Okay, so I'm gonna do a VOD review of Surf_SRT's any percent NBS QB of 26.49 in-game time is currently fourth place. Um, and the hope is that by making this video, Surf will have the knowledge to know what he should focus on in order to take the next step, whether that be third place or sub 25 or even beyond. I mean, who's to say? Surf is genuinely one of the best runners this game has ever seen. So I do not doubt that if he really put time into SRT1, that he could get any time he wanted, really. So that's kind of my goal. I don't really know what Surf's goals are. I probably should have asked him that before I made this video, but oh well. To be completely transparent, I have made myself popcorn, and I will be watching this as if I'm enjoying a lovely show because I think that's what it's going to be. I'm going to try and give as much general advice as I can, just because I think it's always important to just have general advice, but it's going to hopefully include a lot of specific focus advice on things that can be improved. I don't know what this run is like. I don't remember where the time losses or whatever are. So I'm kind of just going to go through and then write some notes on my phone, send them to Surf, post this video, and hopefully, if anyone else decides to watch it, they can also learn some stuff because 26.49 is a very good time. And anyone would probably be happy to have that because, I mean, only 3 people have better times than now on console. So yeah, there's lots to learn. Lots to learn from this run and lots to improve on from this run, I'm sure. I have my run pulled up on the side just in case we need a reference or anything. Let's it could be improved on, but I'm just gonna get into this. Let's see.
3, 2,
I
1,
think this was this during a race. So
good luck.
there's a good chance that the start of this run isn't going to be as good as what's expected, just because kind of the nature of races, you kind of just accept worse runs at the start for the sake of a race. But we'll see. We will see.
I definitely believe you could get a 27.0x at least by tonight.
27.0x at least. Well, foreshadowing, but
noted.
Noted indeed. He does in fact get at least a 27.0x here. I'll probably skip through most of these.
Go ahead and get the 26.
Oh, okay, his lead is just boiling the whole run before a start, but yes. I will probably skip through a lot of the loads, but it's a little funny conversation. I doubt there's going to be much to say in these starting levels, because, I mean, okay, well, we are in fact meant to hit that chest there, but genuinely, it's not even that bad of a mistake to make. Like, obviously, you should aim to hit the chest, the 2 chests before you touch the dragon, but if you touch the dragon accidentally after the first one, it's not so bad. Okay, now this is actually something that is sneakily one of the things that is like gonna add up, but like when you jump into this well, you really don't want to like go all the way the long way around. You kind of or just charge jump down, like holding all the way into the left, because that way you will touch the dragon as soon as you can, as long as you kind of land on top of it. And so that can save a little. But again, like, this is really nitpicky because, again, in Stonehill, Town Square, the only real time that you're going to save is from the movement. And yeah, I'm going to take this time to eat some popcorn, I suppose. Do not mind me. Okay, this is actually something that sneakily, it's something I probably wouldn't know unless someone told you, but it is better to take this line I'm drawing here with my mouse. This line here, aiming for the left of that back red gem, because this gives you the best chance to grab all 5 gems. The way he's going to take here, he's only going to grab 4 of these gems because of the way Sparks works. But if he aims to the left here, there's a chance that all three of these gems are going to get picked up as he's running over these two gems. And yeah, that's the best way to do it. You see one of the gems got left there. So you can get an extra red gem from that pile if you take the line properly. But it can still come down to just a little bit of luck, you know, you need to get a little bit lucky. But they give you the best chance. So I'm going to note down small improvements. So lines in Stone Hill. Oh, that's a good note. I guess I could bring up what happens in my Stone Hill. Maybe I get all of them. Should we find out together? I'm kind of fucking this up. Oh no. But then, like, I've barely talked to so many other ones. Like,
Yeah,
I've never. See? Holy jam, so loud. As you can see here, I had 50, Seth had 49, and it's just. But then, like, these gems right here, you want to really line yourself up. You can. I mean, I suggested being more left than this, but you really just want to run over these two gems so that all three of these gems can get picked up by
many other ones. Like,
but yeah, that's kind of the general advice there. Let's just see what happens in Town Square. I mean, Town Square, pretty straightforward. There's, you know, there's more moving pieces, I guess, but he could have been more left jumping up the stairs though, but you know, really not a big deal. Okay, you can. Okay, whoa. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. You can charge a lot earlier. Right now, you should be charging. Right now. And then you want to jump as soon as you muscle memory thing, but yeah, you can charge a lot earlier. So you can see you're kind of just standing here, you keep charging and jumping right now. And here, flaming, I really don't like flaming this ball unless you're a bit late and he's closer to the dragon, but here you're charging to the left of him. When he's this far away from the dragon, you're not going to get stuck. So yeah, I'd say charge that ball unless he's too close to the dragon, in which case you can flame, but yeah. Yeah, that's the advice. Okay, he's not going to pick up the green gem there. But yeah, he's going to have to do the turnaround of shame. Bit of shame, there's really nothing wrong with it. It just happens sometimes. Whoa, hitting that extra ball there. Okay, this is something I've debated on doing before, but if we go all the way back, so basically, what goes wrong here is that because of the delays in the not charging early enough of the fairy and flaming the ball, this ball here a lot further along his cycle than you want him to. You want him to be a bit further back, and if he's further, what would happen is you would flame him about here, his gem would drop, and it would pick up as you're touching the dragon. But you know, it didn't happen. That's okay. I'm sure you know that you know. I'm sure you know the correct thing to do here. This is all fine. You can always make things nicer, but this ball here, if you do things properly, and I would say just in general, probably not worth it. Like, you're kind of diverting your path a bit. It's only a 2-gem. There's much more that you can divert for later on. But I would say this just isn't worth it. Just keep it pushing. But you know, it's not the worst. It's not the worst gem. That's for sure. 103 IGT there. I don't really know what the standard is. I just know that I typically aim for a 1 minute. But a 101 is also pretty good. But I don't know what other people go for, so. Nice. I like how he jumped on the purple nugget with the gems, that's always good. Okay, so far, I mean, nothing too major, just very small things. I'm gonna write down Town Square, charge earlier.
That's more like it.
On, let's see.
There you go.
And don't flame ball
Got those
unless
gems.
he close to
Right, Jim.
dragon. I feel like these have been incredible pieces of advice so far. But like I said, bro, I'm not really expecting any big mistake early on, like at all. I'm really not expecting too many big mistakes. In Peacekeepers as well, but you know, we'll see what happens. I don't think there should be anything too crazy that goes on here. I low-key always forget if I grab those gems or if I don't. I don't think I do, right? I don't. How like right. I swear. Wait, do I? Do I not? I don't think I do, right?
OG server with like leaderboard stuff.
Whoa, wait,
Because of all the
no, I
discussions not
do.
happening in like the OG server with like leaderboard.
Guys, this is something I used to debate on a lot, whether it was worth getting those gems that I grabbed there or if it's not. But I'm pretty sure they are just clear good gems. In that they're kind of in a straight line and they're also about to go for. I can understand not getting them, but there's a little difference there. I can understand not going for them though.
And guys,
I can understand.
the gem somehow?
I guess,
He can, in fact. I think he
I just
messed
missed the
up
gem
the.
somehow.
Did he mess up the
maybe. I guess,
spring chest? Yeah. It's tough. You can obviously charge straight into them, like charge jump straight into them and turn pretty quickly, but. You know. It happens. Mistakes happen. Again, this is a race, so I really shouldn't be too harsh on early game mistakes. But it's just important to point out just for the sake of pointing them out. You can obviously boost jump up the mess up the first step 2. Right here. You do boost the jump, you go straight to the second step. It kind of annoying sometimes. But yeah. Okay, let's think about what you can do here. Instead of turning and jumping and charging. My favorite thing is just to hold down on the D-pad. Or slightly down right on the left stick. Because if you hold straight down on the D-pad here, and you start charging after like half a second, you will just charge along the wall. And if I skip to what that looks like, it might take a second, bro. My laptop is so slow today, I don't know why. But wait, why is my movement like correct? There you go, you see, that's what that looks like. And then I miss a green. Whatever, bro. Depressed speeder on it, actually. So surprising. But you know, if I see some mistakes of movement coming out of dragons, I think I will mention those because those are typically easy to improve on. You just need to know what to do and you'll be able to do it. You can cut the corner here, you know. It's really not so bad to do. If you turn like right, I mean, a little bit before this, you turn straight left and jump up. You can charge jump up and hit the dragon a tiny bit earlier and you'll pick up the other 2 gems. During the dragon animation, so I'd suggest doing that. Fun fact about Surf_SRT, my dad taught him how to tie a tie once. That is a crazy fun fact, but it is real. Okay, so this is actually something that I also used to struggle with a lot, and so I think I'm gonna keep bringing up things that I used to struggle with.
Gold.
That I think are good to know, because this is one of those things right here. Right there is the cleanest way you can do those 3 guys, and if you look at how it happens in this run, it's like so close to being what you want, but that's why you just need to know. Okay, but what are you looking for here? What you are looking for is to flame in a way that you flame and then turn a little bit to the left, and then you jump, and you'll grab this, and then you'll charge to the right and hit this guy, and Sparks will pick up this guy's gem that you first flamed. Now, if you flame a little later, you'll hit what I do here, but you can see, like, if you frame by frame the movement here, you will see the intention. So again, you flame intending to hit this guy first, whilst turning to the left to hit this guy. You would then jump in the air and charge to hit this guy as this guy's gem gets picked up. So let's make flame, hit that guy first on the right, jump into this guy's gem whilst turning to the right to charge into the third guy, and Sparks picks up the last gem. As you can see, that is the idea with the movement though. That's the idea. And you can see like it's almost what happens here. But it's just a little bit of hesitation, and I would wager that a lot of my notes in this run are going to be about hesitation. Because Spyro 1 is a very movement focused game, and any bit of hesitation, like any amount of hesitation that gets stacked across the run, is going to lead to seconds and seconds of time loss. And some small seconds might feel insignificant in the moment of a run. You're like, oh, I lost 0.2 here, I lost 1 second in this level. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But over the course of a 50-minute run, if you are losing a second a minute, you are losing almost a minute. You're losing 50 seconds across the run if you're losing 1 second a minute to just some small hesitations. And can you imagine if I told you you can save a minute off your run for free, you would do that. You would take that 100%. And the only thing you have to do to save almost a minute of your time with movement a lot of the time, in a lot of runners' cases, even more than a minute, you just stop hesitating so much. You know what you need to do. You have the idea. You've seen other people do it. So just don't hesitate. Anything that another runner can do, you can do. And so don't hesitate when you know what to do. In the famous words, actually I can't say it. Oh no, I do remember. In the famous words of the Jeff Hardy entrance theme, never hesitate when you know you're going to act. Okay, that's my advice. Never hesitate. So I'm gonna write some notes. Dry Canyon Dragon movement. Exit Dry Canyon 3 guys. Movement. No hesitation. Hesitation. How do you spell that? Figure it out. Don't worry, guys. Okay, the device chat. Right. Then next up, Cliffhound. Cliffhound, simple level. Actually, not so simple. There's a few things you can easily mess up, and a lot of things that can take a little bit of effort to improve on, but we'll see. Sorry if you can hear me eating. No, I really want popcorn, so how about it, guys? Okay, so there were a few things I want to say there, but I wanted to let it all play without me interrupting. Let me start off with what was done. This part right, which I kind of went back too far, but all of this right here, the turn, this is really good. So you want to land not on the edge of this platform. You want to land more to the left so that you force the feed. And this is perfect. Like, this is exactly how far you want to be to trigger him, whilst not like wasting time going too far to. And then the turn here was fast. All this was confident movement. I'm so happy. And then this is where so many runners lose so much time without even noticing. Okay? So many runners time on this platform, the firework and the thief, without even noticing that they're really doing anything wrong. Because it's not wrong, it's just slower. So that's why I want to emphasize, okay? There's lots of things that you can do in this run that aren't wrong. They will never feel wrong. And if no one ever points out to you that there's a way to do it faster, you'll never realize that you could be saving actual seconds. Okay? So let's just keep a note here. 7:39 is when you land on this platform, okay? And we're gonna go until we touch it. 7:39. Okay, that's like a 3.5, 4 second segment. If we get when I do, I really hope I don't mess this up. By the way, this will be so embarrassing. Let's see when I touch down. Okay, 48. Boom. This is a 3 second segment compared to 3.5 to 4 second segment. So I'm saving. Again, I'm saving almost a second, somewhere between half a second and a second. So just the movement right here. And again, it sounds so minuscule, but this is not difficult. What I did here, not difficult. I'll explain it. As soon as you drop down on this platform and you hit this chest, do a boosted jump. Just do a boosted jump, aiming for this firework. And if you do a boosted jump as you hit this chest, as you can see here, look, if I go frame by frame, as soon as I land, I'm doing a boosted jump, right? And if you do and you flame, you will hit that firework and you can start turning. And again, this thief, you can charge straight off this platform and flame and you will hit the thief. As you can see, no
the
problems.
fireworks flame was gonna miss. I can't even.
No problem. I even thought it was going to miss, but it's so lenient that it hits. And as you can see, compared to this, where you're taking time and you jump down to, like, it is a lot safer, don't get me wrong, it really is. But this is not, like, difficult to learn, and it will save you a second. So I would really recommend you learn it, because, again, bro, you can boost the jump, you can turn quickly, you are a confident player when you know what to do, so just keep doing the correct things and it will work out. There's a few confidence things in this section here as well. I'd actually say, like, this section over here is a pretty annoying section. You can lose a lot of time again without really realizing, but like, let's just take everything that's happened there and when we look here. The difference between doing the charge, like charging into the first guy's gem, like, just, okay, let's think, okay? So instead of flaming and waiting and jumping into this guy's gem, you can just flame and then do the charge jump into his gem. And it is very simple. You keep angle, you can charge out that guy, and right here you don't need that fourth gem, so right as you're gonna collect the third one, just turn and charge jump over this gap. And you'll got that corner. And the other thing is if you land on the pens in this pile, you'll collect everything else as you turn. And it's very quick, it's very simple. So that's all my advice for that section there. But overall, my advice with Clip Down so far is really just like, like, be a little bit more confident in your movement, you know? Like, you need to remember, like, hey, like, wow, you know, I'm surf_SRT, like, I actually have goated movement. Okay, there's some awkwardness there, but I'm really not gonna harp on that because that just happens sometimes. You roll and you charge and it doesn't hit, you know? It's really not a big deal if that happens. It just happens sometimes. You can try and pivot instead of rolling. Some people prefer that, but I never try it really. You can charge on that gem,
Oh my god,
on that
RTA time
chest.
save.
but you need to pull back a bit more on the left stick as you're falling. You know, it'll obviously be a lot better than flaming it. I'm gonna start skipping these loads because
Who is
An itchy ear.
this is all fine, obviously. A little bit of an awkward movement getting out of the port there, but I mean, this is literally all gonna be okay. Let's take an IDT check here. 353. I thought it was gonna be worse, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be a bit slower, but You know what? That's really not as bad as it could have been. So we're gonna take that as a positive. 353 here. I don't really remember exactly what I would get, but this isn't about me, so who cares? Let's try and keep the positivity flowing here. Okay, well you did miss the 5 gem. Now that is a sneaky 5 gem right there. You kind of do need to land on it. Sparks will not prioritize it, which does suck. So to remember that you need to land on it, you need to pull back a little bit when you're landing on it. Okay, now Shemp is another level that is easy to lose time on, and I'm actually going to go back because there's a lot we can say. There really is. Okay, so one of the first things is you obviously don't need to hit that guy. He will die by himself. And you don't need to get that 2 gem because, again, it is a 2 gem. It's not very valuable, and you can skip it, and you will be fine. You do want those gems, and you do want to hit this guy this exact way, and then flame, and then charge jump into this gem. Jump and charge. And charge jump is a little bit better, I think. Very nitpicky. Now this is where you don't want to hit both these guys. You want to hit this guy, turn left, and then flame the big mama. But this is the alternative, I guess the safer way you could say, easier way, is you hit that guy and then you charge jump into the next guy. I just don't like it. I feel like it slows you down a lot. And yeah, what you really want to do is you really just want to turn left after you hit the first guy. It will be a lot easier. As you can see, this is that section, and right here you just turn left. Okay, you see I got stuck a bit, but you get the idea. Like you just need to turn left, and it'll be a lot cleaner. You won't get slowed down so much and all that. But the rest of this, I'm assuming, is all fine. You can charge jump into that, gem after you flame it, but like. Yeah, okay, I actually really like how you did that. I'm so happy that you did that the way that you're supposed to. So in case for people who may not know, when you're landing here, there's a good chance you didn't do this intentionally, but this is the correct way to do it. When you're coming out of this whirlwind, you want to land blue gem here, because if you don't land in this blue gem, then you won't pick up all 4 gems, you will only pick up the blues as you go to the right. You'll miss out on the green a lot of the time. But if you on this blue gem, and you just charge off, like you hesitate a bit here to charge off. You kind of want to stay for the green gem, but if you don't do that, if you just charge straight off, you would typically get the green. I think I was too much to the right there, so that is actually my fumble, but that is the correct way to do it to give yourself the best chance of picking up all the gems. So honestly, like, that was lovely. I really appreciate how you did that. Okay, night flight. I mean, as history shows, I could spend up to an hour talking about night flight, but I'm obviously not going to do that. I'm just going to say, you do the fastest route, and if it works, it works.
I'm a little over.
I'm going to take the time to take my note on
Doesn't mean I didn't miss jumps.
light movement improvement. Oh, very easy. Do I take this time to give a bunch of night flight advice, or do I just shut my mouth and say nothing? I'll give some flight advice. First things first, you don't need to charge down after this light. Second things second, you can flame these lamps a lot earlier. And it lets you turn a lot earlier, obviously. Overall, I mean, flight is a flight. If you do it correctly, you do it correctly. So I don't know what time you're gonna get on this, but assuming you do the faster way, a good time to aim for is probably like a 103, 104. Like, if you're getting anything above 104, you probably want to start practicing night flight, and that is if you're trying to make like a top 3 level time. Like, if you're getting more than 104, I would really suggest just practice night flight. It will the practice in night flight will transfer over to all other flights because there's no moving pieces in this flight. So it is the best one to practice when you're just trying to practice your flight mechanics. What's the time? 3.5, my goodness, that was really good. Okay. There's obviously a lot of things you can improve with Night Flight. There's always time to save, there's always ways. But overall, like if you're aiming for a top 3 time in NBS, if you're getting a 103 in Night Flight, like you're doing pretty good. I'm gonna assume that the rest of your flights are gonna be decent times as well. Apart from maybe Wildfire and Ice Flight, where there's a little bit more nuance. But I would still assume overall those 2 flights are also going to be good, as well as the Crystal Flight, obviously. I'm not going to give any notes. I'm just going to say, you know, the general flight advice, which is you can turn earlier, you can flame earlier. All good. I'm not gonna harp on it at all. 530 IGT exiting here. I mean, obviously you want it to be, I guess, in the 520s when you're really pushing for a for a faster time. I don't think you want to be pushing for a slower time, but again, like you will get 520s if you focus on the movement things I've been suggesting. Okay, let's do a quick check. How long have I been talking for? Half an hour. Oh, are you serious? I'm 10 minutes into run. I've been talking for half an hour. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is kind of ridiculous. I've actually talked too much. My apologies, but don't worry. We're gonna speed run the rest of the speed run. Okay, so this is. You can get the 2 red gems to the right there. They are fine to go for. I think my gemmer is just rather strict, and so there's lots of things that a lot of people might not go for that I do. But like I don't know if I stopped going for this red gem, but if you have a gemmer where you find yourself missing out on just it's just a little too tight. Like the 3 red gems in this level, the gems at the start of Peacekeepers, go for, I would say. You turn into those 2 chests. You can obviously climb up this as a bit quicker. But it's really nothing too bad, to be honest. It's all chill. You can land on the red gem that you don't land on there. After hitting the chest, that's another little red gem you can pick up. You're dropping. Okay. A note I might say is that maybe being a Spyro free runner where you just get 5 gems and 10 gems. There's 300 of them in every level, whatever. You never have to think about your gem. Maybe you don't think that those lower value gems are as worth it as they are. And I did give some advice on like, oh, you can skip the gem because it's just a green. But when the gems are right in front of you, like you don't want to miss them. Like they are free gems. Like a red gem that takes you, like 0.2 seconds deviation to get to is a 5 gem per second value gem when you think about it. So, and some of these red gems are not even 0.2 seconds deviation. They're like right in front of you. You're just slightly not getting them. So I would say maybe don't disregard the reds that are in front of you so much. That's maybe a general piece of advice to give. Overall, this is good. Okay, so I'm sure you're gonna know the word I'm gonna say here, but the hesitation is not what you want to see coming out the dragon. Again, coming out the dragon, you hold left here whilst you're charging, and you will turn in time, face this hand gem, for you to charge jump on top of it, and then turn right. And again, this is another case. This guy here has a red gem. If you just turn to hit him, it's a free red gem. So, spend too much time looking at my run. I just want to give the example of what this line looks like. You see how it's a straight line for me? Like, I'm not curving into him and then having to swerve out to hit this rock. I'm taking a straight line from that 10 gem to the guy, to the rock, or straight line deviations. It's not faster to take this line. You are just skipping out on a free 10 gem. And you don't need to do that. Here's another quick little thing. If you hit this guy on his left, if you hit him like right here, you'll pick up this green gem immediately. It just means that you can instantly turn to the right, and you don't need to, like, grab them. Okay, man, what the? There's these guys here. I don't remember exactly how much time you lose every time you bonk on them, but it's unnecessary to hit them twice. You can hit these guys once if you don't know how, then this is the method. Because, well, here's me hitting the guy on the left and then turning. But this is the method here. You see how fast that is? You see? And it's not difficult. All you need to do, again, you run, and then you turn. Right on this thing right here, you just turn. Right where you see these swirls in the ice. And then you hit that guy, and then you can just leave. And then you can just run away. It's very simple, it's very nice, it saves time. Okay, this is a small piece of advice again. But if you stick to the right here, like if you stick to the right side here, this guy will go right. If you're more left, like you are here, so here, if you're more to the right, he will come to the right and stand by this chest, and you'll be able to get a free 2 gem. Again, it's just another free 2 gem, and again, you're ignoring these free red gems. You are ignoring the free red gem. This red gem here is free. Okay, like let's look at this. See how I'm sticking to the right side here? I'm lined up with this red gem pole. This guy's gonna go right. I'm gonna get the free red gem and 10, and I'm gonna flame all of those, and then I'm gonna charge jump over. And so, not only did I get 3 extra gems, but I took a better line after hitting the guy quicker. You see how all these things adding up? These small little things, it's like, I don't really, it's just a line. It's just slightly worse line. Yeah, well, the slightly worse line in each level are gonna add up, and getting these extra little red gems is gonna mean my gem count is a lot, like, it's a lot easier to keep up with. Like, I'm not gonna be dropping, I could imagine, I don't know exactly your gem route stuff, but I could imagine that you missing a 5 gem is like a big concern unless you have like a bunch of extra gems rooted in. I can imagine if you miss a 5 gem, it could be a big concern. Whereas for me, I probably picked, okay, we can actually see how many extra gems nice Kevin that you missed. So I'm at 204, and we can see how many extra gems that is going to be. 201, but if we pay attention here, oh sorry, 201's 204, but I feel as though if I go back, I missed gems in this ice cavern. I feel as though if I get that green one. Hey, I'm already complaining that I missed the green, bro. There you go. How did I not get that green one? So here's the thing. Okay, so that would have been an extra one. That would have been plus 2. So I would have been up 5 gems on the ice cavern. And all I did was just not ignore the red gems in front of me. And yeah, I would really suggest do not ignore the red gems that are just staring at you, because yeah, I would have had 5 extra gems from this level, just from reds, and I guess greens as well. And I bet our gem counts are crazy different right now. You're 1394 out of ice cavern. 1399, and this is a really low gem count for me. 1399 is a crazy low gem count for me. At this point in the run, I'm probably thinking like gem count is so bad because I'm looking at typically like 1405, 1406. Like, that's the kind of gem count I'm trying to get. And so I'd be over 10 gems. That is important because as you move on to these later levels, there's some gems that you can kind of skip, and it's not. It's better to have an over 1400 gem count at this point than it will be to like try and catch up later.
A little under.
My shit freeze? Well, ain't no way my shit just froze.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's not that bad under. Especially the way you caught back up.
I mean, it's all good.
And you uploaded. I'm definitely going to watch
Maybe
it.
I'm harping too much on this point, but like, I really think it's just... It's so
You know what?
easy.
This is gonna PB, I'm not even gonna upload it.
Okay, that green gem there isn't worth getting before the dragon, but there is a way. If you hold left after the dragon, you can turn and hit that chest before going to the guy. So getting that green actually isn't so bad. I don't think I do it in my PB, but that is considered adding in at some point. I don't hate the idea of grabbing that gem. Just hold left after this dragon. Oh no, I missed it. Yeah, as you can see, that's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. You hold left after dragon and you hit that chest, and it's faster than what you did. Okay, again, this is one of those things where if you have a better gem count, you don't need to do it the way you just did. Oh no, I missed it again. I just hit these three, I don't go for that chest, and I keep it pushing. Turning around for the chest is just not worth it, unfortunately.
I'll hold you to it.
Hitting that chest isn't worth it.
And you can't upload it then.
Classic surf moment.
Let's see what high case has in store.
Doja had
Overall, I'd say this run has been pretty decent so far. It's just,
Do I know?
a few things I really have to nitpick on because it is the difference. It is the difference making in our times right now. I would say it's the difference making between having fourth and third and
I'd be following them already.
sub 26 and sub 26 to low 25 and blah 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 blah. Like you get it, you get it.
Until yesterday or like a couple of days ago.
Oh, you got the lowdown on.
I'm assuming this is all going to be good.
How long have you guys been running? Like, oh, we started like a year ago.
Oh no,
That was all good. No
they
notes.
haven't been running for a year.
No, I know, but like the last time even.
Yeah. No, I just saw their like.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm writing my notes for Ice Cavern still. Please give me 1 second. If I heard that correctly, you flamed every single... Okay, so we just don't need to do this. Again, we don't need to do this. Just card through the chest on the right side. Keep it pushing.
No, I just saw their left times on the leaderboard. I tracked them down.
Oops.
That is unfortunate, but again, not so bad, not so bad. You can obviously recover it. I like that you do this. I obviously appreciate the IGT struts. Wait, I didn't really pay attention to how you did this. Ooh. I like that you just stop the charge. That's so clean. I like that. I like how you do that. I honestly think technically if you do like the after you hit the second fireworks test, if you like charge jump into a glide cancel, you can turn quicker. So like I guess like technically that's better, but honestly this high kick no exercise from hitting the right chest in that line. Yeah, that was really good. Really good. I'm gonna note down really good high caves. I like that. If I had that high caves in a run, I would not cry. I probably should add the homeworld gem route improvement.
Ooh, nice.
If I look back at this real quick. Alright, so ooh, wow, bro! I never do this. I actually never go for just a skim. I always try and bounce off this wall just to get the bounce into the turn. It's a lot safer, but yeah, I mean, this line is if you hit it, it's just a bit riskier in my mind. But
Ooh, nice.
I really like that. I like that. That's better than me. Yeah, so actually, you've caught up on gem count, 1774 there. I'm pretty sure that's like basically what I should have here as well, unless I miss gems, but like, bro, like, yeah, like, you're ahead of me. I mean, I did miss a few gems, but you're ahead of me. And you know what it is? It's all of these extra additional gems that you're picking up that you don't, you know? So, in Artisans and in Peacekeepers, you were ignoring a few gems that you shouldn't have been ignoring. And now in Magic Crafted, you're picking up a few gems that you probably shouldn't be picking up. Like my perfect, again, you need to remember this word. Perfect gem count into Wizard Keep for me was 1774. That is if I pick up every single gem along the route. The gem count might be a little bit outdated, but that is like a rough number. And you're ahead of that by 2 after being behind my perfect gem count by like, I don't even know, like over 10 going into Magic Crafters. So you can kind of notice like, damn, like, I think you're behind my per gem count going into Magic Crafters by 15, and now you're ahead of it by 2. Like, you're picking up a lot of gems that aren't necessary now when you were ignoring a lot of gems before. So that's just a gem route thing that can be improved on. But we'll see. I'm gonna assume this Magic Crafters is, judging from the high caves, this Magic Crafters is about to be insane. That was a little unfortunate, the movement there, but okay, flaming that second guy, you probably could have just charged him, but you know, in a perfect world, you just flame both of them, but he wasn't lined up properly, so but that was all fine. He missed a red gem, but sometimes you just miss a chest, you know. Sometimes you just try and take a line and you miss a chest. Okay, I'm kind of lost as to what's going on here. But I'm gonna let this play, and then I'm gonna. Oh, okay, hold on now. Please,
Wow.
please.
That worked.
I'm not gonna. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Serve underscore SRT, please tell me this is not the gem count you take off the Wizard Heat. 5 serve, buddy. Serve. Come on now. I would love. I am so curious to watch the rest of this run to see what gems you pick up because I was really shocked that this is the way you did the supercharge. Okay, let me sit first things first. The supercharge was really good. Like the movement, you hit everything you need to hit, like jumps wise, but gem wise, we have an analysis. Okay, so let me pause already. Let me go to when the supercharger bro's on his phone mid-round, like what? I'm not even on my phone that, but I definitely was. Okay, so I messed up the supercharge here, but okay, yes.
Nice.
So what is needed to be understood here, okay, is that the way I go through this, the way that is best to go through this, a lot slower than what you did. in that it's a supercharge into another supercharge into make sure you hit some things. But you need to remember there are so many gems in Wizard Peak, so many high value gems. Okay, so you hit the two punches and then turn straight into the guy. Hit. I'm gonna hit these two. Stop. Continue supercharge. Hit these two and then hit. And then I don't even hit the guy. Okay, that guy is ignored. But the difference between hitting that one guy and hitting those two guys is going to be big. And then you need to make sure you hit these two guys here. And then on your turnaround, obviously, you're going to hit the chest. You're going to hit the other two guys. You're going to clear up all those guys, okay? You jump. I jump, facing all the way left, and then I turn in and try and hit those three spring chests. If you turned in late, you even hit this chest sometimes, but it's really risky. You don't really want to count on that. Then you're going to hit the chest, hit this guy here as well, hit all three spring chests, and then I was unfortunate that I didn't get a low enough jump to continue it, but once you're up here, it doesn't really matter.
That bonk is just
Look at the difference in gem count. Look at this difference. Also, I should have not jumped, charged jump off of that. I should have just charged off of it and then flamed him out, like the same way you did in cooldown. But look, I have 28 more gems than you, and we did the same supercharge. Mine might have lost 2 or 3, but 28 gems is so worth it. It's so worth it. Would it even have lost 2 to 3 seconds? Like, genuinely, like, I don't think it even lost that much time. I don't even think it lost 2 to 3 seconds. Like, okay, missing that guy is unlucky. I know that you would usually go for that guy, but it's one of the things you need to ensure that you hit these things. You hit the chest instead of the spring chest, which is pretty crazy. But then you just completely ignore that guy, and
Wow.
I'm just thinking, like, I don't think you should do that, to be honest. Yeah, see, I shouldn't have charged the way I did. I should have dropped straight down and was made into him, but
I'm just gonna assume I did enough, but fuck. Don't usually hit that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the charge itself was really good, it's just the gem count is. I'm really, this run live, I'm thinking, like, this guy is gonna need to get so many,
I'm under gems.
but we'll see what happens, because clearly there's PBs, so there's something that I do not know about this run's gem count, that we are going to find out together.
Don't reach for splits yet. I'd say your gems are still pretty comfortable.
Did you say something about your gems? Your gem count's pretty comfortable?
I'd say your gems are still pretty comfortable.
Lead, never listen to Lead about gem counts. That guy's gem count has never been good once.
Sure, I'll find the time to catch him up here.
I swear he's always like super low in gems and beatmix, and then he just makes up like 100 of them or something. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Nah, I mean, 2078 into Alpine. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's still fine just because of how many extra gems you had going into Wizard Peak, but like 2102? Okay. So you're so you went from a couple of gems ahead of me to 24 behind. You're noticing here that like this is a bit of an unnecessary swing in gem counts where you go really behind and then really ahead and then really behind and then you're gonna go really ahead again, I'm sure, just the nature of this run. But you can tell like you don't need these big swings in gem counts, you can keep it steady along what is, you know, wanted. Oh, that's unfortunate they didn't hit that, but you can still flame him. Nice. I wonder if you're gonna stand on the dragon here to make the cycle line up. And this isn't gonna line up now. So you lost about 3 seconds there just from having to wait, right? So obviously I know that you know what you're meant to do. You're meant to charge jump into the 2 chests. I wonder if I fail it in my run. Yeah, I do. Okay, this is perfect. Oh my god, it's perfect showcase. I still make it up without having to flame, but then I mess up the flame. So what you're gonna notice here is that, okay, if you touch this dragon and the wall is up, that's not what you want. If the wall is down, that's what you want. When you touch the dragon, you want the wall to be down. Or even preferably, you want it to be going from up to down. That lines up even better. But, as you can see, I'm late, so what do?
Oh, Spyro!
I wait. And that way, I do everything here, and then it's perfect. You see? So this is an IGT little manipulation, the same way that you talk to in Feeler in Spyro 3 for Bone Dance and 10%, you know, how you talk to the guys and wait for them to talk. You sit on that dragon, you'll say, "Oh, Spyro, you're not afraid," blah, 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 blah. But one, "Oh, Spyro, you're," and then as soon as he says "you're," you can skip it. Generally, that's how you line up. Um, Obviously, if you're a little late, a little earlier, you line up different, but that's a general thing. If you wait for the "you're" before he says "you're not really wait," he says "you're" and then you skip it, you'll line up nicely most of the time. Another little bit of advice that I started doing with some of my 120 runs is to hit the spring chest. To hit these spring chests, if you flame before you charge jump, I'm pretty sure the flame should connect to both of them, and then you should be able to get them both. And you could hit the cycle normal without the risk of missing it. So that's just some small advice there if you want to try flaming as you do the charge jump. As you can see, you don't wait here, and you're gonna have to sit and wait. The time that you would have spent on the dragon, you're gonna sit here and wait for this wall to go down. And it's literally like 3 seconds. This is gonna be fine, I'm sure. Yeah. Hopefully... Yeah. You probably don't even need that red gem that's behind there, but it's really not a bad one to get, so I don't hate it. That guy went left, that's unlucky. The camera got you fucked up, that's unlucky. Could have made the turns in the cave there a bit better, but... Okay, so, buddy. We cannot keep ignoring... We cannot keep ignoring the gems in front of you. Wow. Surf. He's right here. Please. He's in front of you. He's in your path. I don't even know what his gem is. It probably is just a 2, right? It's a red. It doesn't matter if it's a red. He's in front of you. Please hit him. Please stop. I'm begging you. Stop ignoring the red gem. Of you. Red gems have feelings too. You need to collect them every once in a while. Please. I didn't even make the note on Wizard Peak. What should I type? Wizard Peak, please. Require more gems during charge. Alpine. Wait on Dragon with Cycle Band. And stop ignoring Red again. Because you have dropped so many gems. At this point, you must have dropped like 10, more than 10 gems just to reds in this run. And again, individual red gem that you ignore feels like it's just a red gem. It's just one gem. It's not going to make a difference. But it's happened so many times this run that is making a genuine difference to the gem count. A genuinely big difference to the gem route is just picking up the red gems. I think genuinely, I'm not even exaggerating, you could go. I have this feeling that movement-wise, you're there. Obviously, you're an incredible runner. If you just stopped ignoring red gems just picked up the gems that were in front of you, it would have you would stop going out of your way to get some bad gems, and that could genuinely be the difference from maybe not fourth to third, but from like a 2649 to like 1x, or just a low 26, like around that range. Like you can put yourself in a prime position to get third place if you just stop ignoring the easy gems in front of you. I think it's a Spyro free mentality, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just the gem route that you learn. I don't know. I'm gonna blame Spyro free mentality here. That's what I'm blaming. Okay, that's unlucky. Are you gonna recover it? If you miss that chest, I would typically say it's just worth not recovering it. Like, okay, like I've been harping on about don't ignore red gems, don't ignore when they're right in front of you. But if you miss one, don't go back for it, you know? Like if you miss a red, if you miss a green, it will happen. Don't go back for those. If you miss a 10, go back for it. If you miss a 5, is where you have to really think about it. Like, okay, I just missed that 5. Do I go back for it? If I go back for it, am I gonna miss the spill? Am I gonna miss a cycle I need to hit? If I go back for it, am I like losing too much time? Like, is my gem count fine that I can miss a 5 gem and not worry about it? Or is it like, if I miss this 5 gem, like I can't finish this run because we're in beef makes and I'm 5 gems under. If I miss another 5 gem, I can't make a 10 gem. Like, okay, like the 5 gems you have to think about. If you miss a 10 gem or a 25, pick it up. If you miss a red or a green, don't pick it up. That is it. Obviously, if it's like super late in the run and you need to pick up every gem because your gem count is so tight, then that's different. But the general advice: ignore the reds and the greens that you miss. Don't ignore the pens that you miss. Think about the 5s that you miss. You have to think about them. A lot of the time, in the moment, if you're not super experienced, you might make the wrong decision. Okay, fine. You went back for a 5 gem when you shouldn't have. It's fine. You live and you learn. You can look back and you remember, hey, if I ever miss that 5 gem, or if I miss a 5 gem in that level again, I'll know not to go back for it, or I'll know to go back for it. But I would say that that's the general advice. Those 2 greens, you could have left them. You only missed 1 green, and then you took the extra time to get 2 of them. They could have been ignored. But I think overall, like movement wise, it was fine. Again, like movement wise, your magic crosses have been really good. It's just these gem route decisions have been intriguing. I really want to see what happens for the rest of this run now.
Gems are 2, 4, 13.
Nice. That was good. That was a good little supercharge. Obviously a very short one, but you stopped at the right time and everything. I'm going to assume that there's going to be very little advice to give on Crystal Flight. You just have to do the flight. That's what there is to it. Alright, like... even if you mess something up here, I'm not going to harp on it because it's just an annoying flight that sometimes goes a little wrong. But you did the planes is the most annoying part, to be honest, so... I would generally suggest not charging into the right side of that arch, just because, yeah, you can get held up on the debris like that. If you're in the middle and then you turn, you're less likely to get held up. And same thing there, like, charge into the middle of it instead of all the way on the side, because you're less likely to get held up. And yeah, just general flight advice, you can flame all these chests a little earlier, turn a little earlier, all that, but it's still gonna be a good time, right? Yeah, 2.2 is genuinely not a bad time at all. I wouldn't be surprised if you've gotten a lot of 51s. Maybe you could even aim to get some 50s. I think the best I've gone is like 49.9 or 49.8, so like... That's really unnecessary. If you're getting 51s or 50s, you're really comfortable, so. Yeah, well, this is fine, obviously. Please tell me this movement is awesome. Hey, a little bit of hesitation. But. Okay, so. There was a little bit of hesitation, but leading up to the platform, you can hesitate, because again, it's on a cycle. You can get. But, maybe like the tiniest bit late, but. Sure, not that big of a deal. Flaming this guy when he's like right in front of you as you're like you turn and you face right in front of him, you can just charge him, you'll grab the red gem as well. Don't worry so much. I don't know if it is because like maybe you looked at your splits and you saw, you got gold in Wizard Peak, you're -40 in Alpine, you lost some time at Crystal Flight. It's like, okay, wait, I lost some time. Hold on now, nerves kick in. I don't know, sometimes, if you recognize you have a really good run, you can get nervous in high caves in some runs, like in 120 and NBS, you'll be like, wait, this shit's kind of a good run. I don't know. Maybe the early nerves start kicking really in Magic Crafters, so. But bro, I've had runs that were so good I got nervous after Night Flight, so. I do not judge people who get nervous early into runs and get touched early because I'm the ultimate like early attachment runner. If that could be the cause of some shaky movement here, but again, I'm not gonna judge it too much. It just happens. It just happens sometimes. 28-16. Why do I feel like the gem count has swung back in the opposite direction again? Ah, no, not yet. 28-40 is why I'm at here, and you're at 28-16. Yeah, as you can see, we're really feeling the lack of gem from Wizard Peak right now. And I'm telling you, there's going to be a big time loss that's going to come up in either across a lot of beatmakers or in one specific level in beatmakers or dreamweavers that could be completely avoided if we just got the extra gems in Wizard Peak. But we're gonna keep on watching. Nice. Oh, wait, you're breaking my heart now. All of a sudden, we'll see what the cycle looks like here. Oh, that is so unlucky.
I don't know what the fuck I'm
Oh,
doing, but it's bad. Holy shit.
yeah.
I forgot I can't charge the wizards.
Yeah.
So I don't want to harp on this too much because I feel like the added commentary there kind of sums it up. But if you would like a review on it, yeah, it was not good. But it was not good from before you started fumbling. Because the flaming of the chest here is like it's just slow. It is just slow. Okay? You don't need to do that. You can either charge it like facing the way you are now, just charge into it and you'll bonk and you'll fall back here and then you can hit these guys. Or this wizard with zap comes over here. You can intentionally take down the zap, charge into the fireworks chest, and then keep on pushing. I think doing that is slightly faster. Before into Beastmakers, that was only like 15 seconds off gold. And this guy
but my golds were
up.
worse.
Let's see if my one went
They
up.
were like a lot
Maybe
worse.
I can just give the visual example rather than talking. Yeah, as you can see, I hit that like that, and then into these guys. I probably could have turned that a little better, but you can see how everything lines up really nicely when you just charge the thing. Like, look at how nicely that all lined up, And again, it goes back to charging the fireworks chest. Whereas here, you flame this. Now, kind of like, it's a little awkward, okay, but this is fine. Oh, now everyone's firing at you. You have to kind of like, these guys are left and right when they should be stacked on each other on the right side. Like, straight line through them. It's getting a little awkward now. You have to turn and stack without being able to see them. Okay. Oh, you have to dodge all this shit. It's like, you see how everything becomes more awkward when you don't just charge fireworks chest. It feels like a small time loss on itself. Like, okay, flaming the fireworks chest instead of charging. Okay, well, obviously that's slower, but it's one thing that's gonna happen. No, not one time loss. Time loss in levels with cycles is not one time loss. It is time loss that compounds, okay? As you can see, flaming instead of charging the fireworks chest is probably 5 seconds. Less than 5 seconds time loss. But now, these wizards aren't where they should be. Now you need to take charges that are a little more awkward than just charging in a straight line through 2 wizards into a spring shot. And now that you fumbled around so much, you're not going to get the good cycle in the next room. And all of that is going to compound to, I would genuinely estimate, if I was in a run and this happened to me, I would say I just lost 20 seconds. Maybe you didn't lose exactly 20 seconds, maybe it was like 15, but missing the cycle by itself is like 5 seconds at least. The fireworks has another 5 seconds, and the way that everything's going right now is looking not good. And what's going to happen in the next room that we is going to make it even worse. But the movement itself is not something I want to harp on.
But it's bad.
It's the initial
Holy.
mistake. The initial mistake is what caused everything afterwards. So, just charge the fireworks chest. Whether you take the damage and then charge it, or whether you charge it, bonk into it, just charge it. You go in with gold spark, just charge it. The reason why you want to go in with gold spark is because there's 2 fireworks chests in this level, and you want to charge both of them. Don't beep out on your spark and not charge it.
Shit. I forgot I can't charge the wizards.
Yeah, these are the only guys you can't charge, which sucks.
Yeah, I always find this section there a bit awkward, but
Not dying is the main thing, but
fine.
unfortunate.
Not dying is indeed the main thing. Yeah, I kind of guessed that you were gonna flame that, but in my opinion, you should always charge this fireworks chest if you have sparks, even if you're green. Even if you're green, because the rest of okay, he charged this. The sprung chest, you don't need sparks to grab them, right? These greens are all in a line that you're going to take anyway. See, you literally charged over those greens, even though you had sparks. Those sparks, you still would have charged over them, you still would have been fine. Okay? It just means that you get to this guy earlier, and these gems, you want to grab out the air anyways. Which you didn't do, but you would, that's what you'd want to do. And let's see how much time you're losing here.
There's an awful lot of time loss.
20, I called 20 seconds.
I'm going against the flying skips.
And probably it could have been more. But, you know, I harped on it enough. The part that I'm gonna give the advice on is grabbing these gems out the air. It's really simple. So, they always pop out in the same order as long as you haven't died in the level or the game. Oh wow, I actually fucked up, that's crazy. But even with me messing it up, I still kind of landed around them, and that kind of made it quicker. But basically, if you think of it like this, okay, this could actually be a good example if I get a frame where they're all there. If I find the right way. Okay, I guess I kind of fucked it, but basically they all spawn the same order. So it spawns with this one first, and then the left, and then the one slightly in front of it, and then the right. So you can think of it like a square, right? This is the bottom right, this is the bottom left, and then it's top left, then top right. So you want to jump bottom right, bottom left, top right, and you can grab them all out the air. See that what I was trying to do, but I messed it up. But yeah, they all. If you find an example of someone actually doing it properly, probably one of my other runs. They all spawn the same time, so people always do that the same way, and it's not difficult to go for. It's pretty chill.
So I only lost 2 seconds.
Hey, Maker's time. We are well over an hour into this video, and we are entering
22
Beatmakers. We're halfway through the run.
I'm only got
Somehow I
1
knew that this would turn out to be a 2-hour video, but we'll see. Maybe there's not so much to add in these later levels.
Name of the game.
We don't need to flame the chest with the green in it, but it's really not the worst. Okay, this is. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I brought up the thing of ignoring 5 gems or picking up 5 gems. This is a 5 gem you just ignore. Typically, because having to drop down from a step to pick up a gem is a lot slower than just turning back normally. Right? And so, that combined with the fact that Terrace Village is a cycle-based level. Now, I don't remember exactly if cycles have already started by the start of the level, or if you need to get closer. But just in general, in Terrace, 5 gems, especially later on, you can just ignore them if you miss them. Don't go back for them. The cycles will punish you if you are on cycle and you miss something. Go back for it, you will then be off cycle, and it's not worth doing. Now, this obviously changes because right now your gem count, in my opinion, is not looking very good. Maybe you need this 5 gem. I'm not so sure, but that is just general. That is so unlucky that happened.
Terrible start.
All of the moving you did there looked so good. No notes. No torch jump. Actual coward, by the way. Okay. That was very rude, but I'm sure. I mean, obviously you know what torch jump is. I'm sure it's something that you want. I'm sure it's something that you are consciously not going for. But I might as well give a quick bit of advice on torch jump, just in case it's something you want to add. Again, you don't need it for 3rd place. Like, obviously you don't need it. But it does save like 4 seconds or something. So it's very good to know. Very good to have in your back pocket. Maybe on a bad run, you're like, let me go for torch jump. Okay. It's kind of hard to explain with a lower quality video, but I'll try. So I actually got super unlucky there. The way I lined up, I thought was going to work for sure. But basically, you line it. I like to be facing this way that I'm facing here. And I like to give myself kind of like this where there's a gap between the middle, like I guess you call it the mohawk of Spyro. There's a gap between that and the torch that's like in line with my horn. The torch is in line with my right horn, and there's a gap between that and the middle, like a pretty decent gap. And then you just full jump, glide, pull back, and just hope for the best. If you would like full advice on how to do torch jump, I might make a torch jump tutorial video. I might make a really quick one. And when I make that, I can send it or I can link it, whatever. But I guess the general advice on torch jump is like if you go for it once and you miss it, it's not that bad. If you line it up quickly, go for it and miss it, it's not that bad of a time loss. And obviously if you hit it, it's a big time save, so I would say torch jump probably not worth it for most people, but when you start to push for better times and you start thinking like where's ways I can save times out of 1 or 2 things, torch jump is one of those things that you really want to consider. So, it's just something to keep in mind. You don't need it right now, but maybe it's something you'll want to consider in the future. Yes, as you can see, the cycles aren't looking so good right now. Does it all come back to that 5 gem?
No.
Who is to say? I mean, everything seems fine.
No, fuck.
That was ambitious. To jump stuff up from that early, that was ambitious.
That was unfortunate.
Not so bad of an ending. Aside from the red gems. So, I'm gonna keep harping on about this. You will see red gems in your night. Tell me you see these gems. I know you see them. They are right in front of you. So why do you ignore them? Here, you flame, you jump in the sky, and you turn, you just hold right. You hold to the right, okay? And what staying on the right does... I'll show you. We'll put the example. Go on. You will see, I will stay to the right here. And you see how 2 things happened, okay? 1, I grabbed 3 red gems. There are 3 red gems, and all I did to grab 3 extra gems was stay on the right. And the second thing, 3 electric gems did not move. They were not aggroed. You know what that means? That means I only needed to charge in a straight line to pick up 3 gems and hit the same 3 guys I was going. So not only do you get 3 red gems from sticking to the right side, but it is faster. It's faster because you take a better line, not needing to weave in between getting these 3 guys. So please, no more ignoring red gems. My terrace builders, terrace. No more ignoring red gems. Also consider torch jump. This is looking fine. Holy kills. The flying skip was so tough. First try and everything. Good job, man. Okay, whoa. Whoa. Surf, man. Surf. I know you're not scared. Just charge. Surf, man. I know you're not scared. You can turn and charge this. I know you can. And guess what? Even if you're scared, if you're charging here and you're like, wait, I'm actually charging so far, this game is dumb and pushed me to the left or turned me to the left and I didn't want to. You can jump and charge back onto the platform. It's safe. If you're super scared, charge jump around the corner. You don't need to walk. You don't need to, okay? It's okay. What method is going to be done here? Oh. Oh. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But I don't know if the way that I do is the fastest, but it's definitely the way I've always preferred. So surely that counts for something, right? Hope you're doing good, by the way, lead. So obviously the drawback is that I don't hit the other ball with the 5. So I do miss out on some gems there, as you can see, but down, hitting the spring chest and flaming the ball as it's coming to get you. I'm pretty sure that's just faster than dropping down here and hitting all that. But if you really want those gems, my suggestion is after you hit this guy, turn left to hit the spring chest and then turn right to hit. Then hitting the 2 guys and then turning back. I think if you hit the spring chest before the second guy, that would be faster. If you want to do it this way, but obviously you can do it my way and it all kind of lines up at the closest in gems. But again, those gems that you would be missing from not doing this way, you make up by picking up red gems in any level that you've ignored them in. So, consider it. I suppose consider it. You can flame those 2 spring chests at the same time. It's a bit annoying. But you can do it, and it is faster, you know. As you can see. The key here is as you flame the yellow one, if you flame the gold gem spring chest, you keep holding forward and kind of turn a bit to the right, so your flame hit the blue one. Because if you just stand here and you flame straight ahead, your flame won't hit the blue one, so you need to keep forwards a bit, and then jump up to get the gold, glide cancel as you get the blue. And keep it pushing, so there's a little bit of time save you can do that. A little bit of cleaner movement. Ooh, missing that red is so tough. Hey chat, should I help on him for missing a red gem? Wait chat, wait, does he see the red gem? Nah, I mean that red sometimes just is a bit annoying, you know. You know how it is with piles of lots of gems, you know, sometimes one of them doesn't pick up, but yeah, I think, did you just not land on one of them as you were getting up there, or was it just super unlucky? I don't really know. Oh, yeah, that's just super unlucky. I mean, like, he literally did, like, the exact same thing. Like, landing on the first one and running through the other ones. But I just picked up and you didn't, that's actually so unlucky. That just happens sometimes. You did those fan chests better than I would do them. Actually, crazy lineup of frog. I think maybe those 2 that stand next to each other, you might have been able to charge in between them and hit them both, but blaming them is definitely safer. I wouldn't blame you. Okay, it's a little awkward.
Fuck this guy.
It's a little awkward, but many of the lessons to be learned here in being tunnel vision. You know, like in this moment right here, you know, speedrun looks at this and says, I want to hit the ball before I hit the in front of me, and the guy isn't. Right? And you can sort of like, okay, like if I flame charge here, I hit that ball. But realistically, you don't. You don't. He's too far away. So when you recognize he's too far away from him, you probably could have hit him if you flame charged. Maybe that's the advice. Maybe the advice is flame charge. Right? Recognize that you miss him. Just ignore him. He will come back. He will aggro on you once he turns around. Just if you miss this ball, hit the guy and then get the ball, and you'll grab all the movement afterwards.
Fuck this guy.
Fuck that guy indeed. Let's see if that's what happened in my... I mean,
A really
let's
crazy
find out together.
pace.
Nah, it just lines up different for me. I just take
Thank you,
I
this
just
is
take
like
a
a
different
really
angle.
crazy pace.
But yeah. I mean, that's the other advice. Maybe take the jump the way I did. I think that's the advice. I'm gonna need to go back because I was writing a note, but overall, like, Bog, I'd say has been pretty decent. I don't know. Obviously, the start was my thing of advice, but okay. What I would say is ignore this green. You don't need that. You can just land and grab the two. Land and flame and grab those two spring chests straight away. Probably better. And then yeah, taking just that line. That's good. That's good. Overall, say you've had worse levels. And that was pretty decent overall.
I missed a 10 gem in dog.
You can obviously flame and jump
Same
up to grab
probably.
that gem,
I don't know
but
what gem it would be, but probably missed it.
It was the boar for me.
Okay.
The boar on the island that's chasing that one guy. I guess I took the wrong angle.
It's alright.
there wasn't really anything wrong there. I would just say jumping down this well and continuing to charge instead of just stopping your charge and looking down so you can see where you're landing is actually psychotic, and I've never seen someone do that. I'm sure other people have done it, but like,
I took the wrong angle.
look down and see where you're landing, you know? It's a bit nicer. You can also charge into these two chests kind of in a line and then pivot to this one and then pivot into the portal, but if you're hitting all that. Also, this is a funny thing.
The boar on
If your gem count was really good and you're like, I don't need 10 gems, I can cut out 10 gems. These two spring chests here are good. Set of 10
chasing that one
ignore. If your gem count's really, really good. That's a little bit of advice that maybe will help you one day.
It's alright.
And why would flight? What's the time prediction on wild flight? I actually don't know. And obviously, like a good wild flight is like a 45, sub 45. But we'll see. That's like a really good one. But anything below, I don't even know. I'll have to see.
Nice and safe.
Nice and safe. Nice and safe. You can do this safe as well. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I did this for I was doing it this way until like about a year ago. So with my knowledge, this is going to be like a 46, right? Or 47? Yeah, 46. Yeah, I mean, that's really not bad. Like, really not that bad at all. Getting a 46 here. I know that you're definitely good enough to go for a 44 wild play. I am going to make a video specifically on how to do the fastest way to do flights. But like, honestly, like that, I mean, that's pretty good. The way that you say the time from a 46 to a 44 is you turn better in this section, that means that you can hold your glide and you don't need to charge down here and you can just keep gliding and flame that boat. I wonder if I get a good wild fight in my run that I can show. But that's the one section, and then the first chest as well. Yeah, like this. That's the first section where you can save a good chunk of time. And then this chest here, not landing on the platform is the other way that you save time. That's like the two ways, really. Yeah. Because obviously you had the charge on the platform there, that lets you some time, and then the same thing's gonna happen here where you're gonna charge on the platform. So again, like I said, like I don't hate it, because if you are trying to save an extra second or two on wild flight, that is the way. That's the way you do it. In case you're wanting to do that. Now we're going to tree up. Okay, so I mean, you already saved some. You got some extra gems in that bug. But we'll see. We'll see if there's some more that you'll get. Thinking about gem counts, so I actually don't think your gem count is that bad at this point. Yeah, like your gem count is actually like
I reckon
fine.
at this level I'm going to be ahead of you in gems. Because I'm not going to hit that super
Like
charge.
you're only 14 behind the perfect gem count. But again, just the swing, it's like just the swing of going from so far behind to so far ahead to so far behind. And now you're catching up and like it doesn't need to be that way. It can just be a steady, like around perfect, a little bit below perfect. And just keeping it that way. It doesn't need to be the swing. You feel me? I like how you flame that monkey there, that was nice. You can actually just jump and charge into him to avoid the banana, but it all works the same in the end, really. I'm gonna hope that you hit this V. No, that's so unlucky. Oh my goodness, that's so unlucky. Do we get a comment from Surf? No, he's feeling shy today. Oh, yeah, man, that is unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. I'll give a commentary here. I'll give the advice. Oh, I see. So what went wrong here is that as you're landing in here, you want to be more to the left, okay? Because you want to be pressed up against this wall, and you want to turn. The quality here is really unfortunate. I'm sure on my TV it won't be so much better, but maybe we'll be able to see something a little clearer, I don't know. Warm. But we'll see here. I'm gonna be more to the left here. I mean, okay, you see this vine here? This is your visual cue. Once Spyro touches this vine, that's when you turn right. When you will bounce off and you'll hit the guy and you'll hit the chest. Okay? So again, you stick, what I mean? This vine right here, that's your cue. You turn right. You turn right, and then you hit. So what went wrong in your one? You weren't left enough coming into that area. And it means, and you turn early. You see how you see this vine? You see how you're already turning. You want to turn later than when you turned, and you went left than what you were. So unfortunately you were so close to hitting that. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was low-key. That was low-key cold. I can't even lie. That was actually nice. Hold on, let's go back a bit. Swing right, swing left. Okay, I see. So the advice I can give, you did that right, by the way. You swung right and then swung left, hitting the strong chest, that's good. You can push yourself even more left, so you slow down early and hit the 2 spring chests. But I don't hate kind of taking that line, just hitting there, getting the turn. Full momentum is a lot riskier though. But I mean, this all went well. You even jumped for safety. Now this is where you've done everything right up to this point, and then you like you cuck yourself, you know? Like position to take the best supercharge and you're like, let me cut it short. And it's like, okay, like I know there can be justification. You can say my gem count isn't as good as I want it to be, and so I want to get the more gems. But that is not the justification. I know that's not justification. The real thing that goes wrong here is, first of all, you didn't hit this thief when you should have, which is obviously off the key chest because you messed it up. That's okay because there's a way to recover it. But the real justification is that you probably just, confidence to go for the fast supercharge just probably isn't there, and it should be because you are good enough and you did the harder part right. Like if I check my run, I'm gonna see here. I swing right, I swing left, I hold left. You get the slowdown. I even do
fucking cares? Who even cares? Who even cares? Who even cares? I did it. Who even
the
cares?
jump for safety. And look, bro, you see how clean
Who
that
even
is?
cares how that happened? It works out. It works out. Who even cares? Who even cares what happened?
Exactly, bro. Who cares what happens as long as it works out? And guess what? My shit worked out, bro. I
Who
stuck.
even fucking cares?
You
Who even
stick to the
cares? Who even
right
cares? Who
here.
even cares? I did it. Who even
You hit
cares?
these 2, you drop down, you hit these shit. I'm so unlucky to not hit that right one. It's
Who
okay.
even cares how that happened?
And it all works out. But you unfortunately missed the thief. And so you need his gem, don't you? Well, guess what? There's a I break it down without having an example ready. But basically, there's a way to set this up where you land and hit this guy the way that you did. Okay? The way that you did. And then what you would do is, after you hit him, you turn right into hitting this spring chest or in this fan chest. As you're hitting this fan chest, you start turning left, you jump, turning around, and then you try and land back down on the platform the same way that
Who
you
even
land.
fucking cares? Who even cares? Who even cares? Who even cares? I did
So
it.
you'd hit that spring chest, or that fan chest, I mean. Keep turning left, coyote, jump,
Who even cares?
try and land in a similar way to what we land here. It's a lot harder to hit because you need to hit the jump, obviously. You need to jump quite late and turn very hard to the left. This it is. I mean, it's slightly worse gems, obviously, than if you had hit this guy earlier. E-chest the way you were meant to do it, like this. Is slightly worse than this, but is the best recovery. And so it's something
When
to
you're
keep in mind that there is a better recovery in treetops. I'll take this off 0.2 for the speed, obviously. But like, you did the hard part right, which is good.
Oh, I got so fucking lucky. Oh my god.
I wonder what's happening in these rounds, what the hell?
We take those.
This is where the gems are recovered, of course. You're gonna end with 350 gems here. Like 310 or 320 maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna be at 318 and you're gonna be at 350, did I say?
gladly take that any fucking day.
359.
To be honest
As you
with
see, messing up in treetops
here,
means that you get way more gems than you usually would. But you see, this is the issue. The only reason this is going to work out is because your gem count was so bad before, and then you won it all the way back. If you had actually done the proper treetop, it wouldn't have gone this way. You would have been so far below what you needed. It's quite interesting to think about. But I mean, let's see what it looks like afterwards. You know. There's a faster way to do this. You have two options after you come out this dragon. Either come around the right side and jump into the spring chest around the right side and then hit, or stick on the left side and then flame and jump into it and then hit the guy. But leaving the spring chest after the guy is slower. If I pull up how I do it, I go around the back side and then yeah, like that. And that is just faster.
worst guidebooking, but
45.64. Okay, bro. You are now 34 gems ahead of me. You're 34 gems ahead of me. What was the difference going in? "34 gems ahead, and you were behind me going in." You were behind me going in. When you exit 34 ahead. You kind of get the idea of what I'm saying with these swings in gem count are not necessary. That is where you're losing a lot of time, is when all these swings in gem counts are just losing time.
no, not guidebooking.
I mean,
Or menuing, not guidebooking.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
what
but that's pretty
what did I
crazy.
do?
I can't lie. I don't know why I went back
Yeah, I'm
to
still
check
in
if you
gem
got those.
Setting up that section. I'm not getting
Bro, what the hell?
supercharged through the chest, so
That shit
so you
glitching.
basically have to bonk and like go for the extra shit. So, but the gem count you were at, it probably helped you a lot.
I'd say so.
Oh, I think that guy's unlucky.
I didn't even look at my gem on in here, but I know it's a really good one.
These gems there, right? Oh, okay, so let's put my mail ahead real quick just to make sure I'm remembering things correctly. Yes, okay. So this is interesting. So the things that are interesting to me here, this is good obviously. You grab these red gems, which are unnecessary, and then you ignore these red gems. So I'm not saying that these 3 red gems here are necessary. I'd say they're not necessary to grab, but they are 3 red gems that are just right there in front of you. They don't take that long to grab. If you need a few extra gems, you might as well grab those rather than the 2 that you did grab, right? And with your gem count, you really do not need gems, right?
I'd say so.
And then with this guy, I would suggest charge jumping into him rather than just charging. Yeah, he rolls off at you and it's a bit awkward. But the funny thing is, you could have actually still recovered his gem. You get the notification that he dies. I didn't even know if you didn't even know if you get it, but you see right here where the smoke is, this is where he died. His gem is right there. You could have still grabbed it. As you can see, it was right there. I don't know if you missed it, but it's right here in the grass. It's a funny little thing. But yeah, charge jump into him. and it works out better. Okay,
Oh, unfortunate.
there's some overcooking going on here. There's some overcooking going on. That is. That was overcooked. That was overcooked. That was overcooked. I'm not gonna lie. Because the way that you would do it normally is, I would say a lot easier. Okay, we're good. You just go left, and then around the right, hit back one. Make sure that guy who gets thrown gets picked up, and then boom, and then you're right in front of him. So if you need the breakdown, you go left, right, then you turn right to hit the middle one, and then you turn right again to hit the back one. Turn back to face Metalhead. He's probably throwing a monkey at this point with the small monkey. So that's when you turn and you make sure you charge the monkey as it hits the pylon. And then you turn back right to grab the 2 gems here. And then you make sure you hit the final 2 remaining pylons. I hope that is straightforward. Because what's happening here is,
Oh, unfortunate.
as I called it, overcooking. Like, you're just doing too much. You end a bit far away from Metalhead. It's unnecessary is what I think. I think it's unnecessary.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
this is
fell.
a banging first level of Metalhead. Oh my goodness.
Bro, why is my shit
First level of
freezing?
Metalhead. Oh my goodness.
That was good. You picked the right line. You knew where to go. A little bit of, whatever, some issues, but you did everything you needed to.
See that it's working.
Oh wait.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Bro, what is the rush? What is the rush? Brother. You, brother. 304? Are we sure we're not? Are we sure we're not? Are we positive? For anything. There's a lot more gems you can grab, man. We're not done.
No one
Look,
say anything.
look. You see, you come around here, there's a 10 gem here as long as you didn't throw it, but you'd grab it anyways. You're missing out on 25 gems. And it doesn't, like, how long does that take me to grab
Say
compared to
anything.
where you ended? That you ended, well, like here? I grabbed 25 gems in a little under 5 seconds. That is worth it. That's more than 5 gems a second, you know? Like, come on. Like, you're hella over gemmed right now, but this is the thing, man. This swing in the gem count. I keep talking about this, but that is it's just crazy to me how much the gem count is swinging from so far ahead, so far behind, so far ahead, and then like, bro, like I grabbed 346 gems, you grabbed 300, so you were 40 gems ahead of me, and I grabbed 40 extra gems here, and I'm not gonna. Okay, like if we okay, we're good. This is all gonna be the same. I'm just grabbing the gems that you're meant to grab.
Okay,
If you
we're
miss
good.
out on 10 in this room, and then you ignore the 25 at the end, like, it's just a little funny. Like, you're in my mind, you're ignoring obvious gem
Why did that 10 gem not pick
so
up?
much. And at the start, it was just
If anyone can explain that to me, I'd be very grateful.
I know, right here, murdered all of a sudden. Like, ignoring the valuable gems, it's
Dude.
like, hold on, it's not even Spyro 3 mentality all of a sudden. That's
don't
just,
say anything.
that's just not what you're meant to do, man.
No one say anything.
Yeah, I'm getting worried about the pace at this point in the run. I'll like grab some of those greens and reds there. I don't know if that's what you did as well. I kind of didn't pay attention to it on the first go around, but we can look quickly.
Oh, wait.
You can walk into some of the greens and reds and then turn into the blues. Yeah, that's what you did. Even stayed in a little bit longer than I would have. So you didn't ignore the greens and reds there, that's good. But yeah, I mean, my word advice, clean up the way you do the first room and don't
I'm gonna go for the extra
ignore the
15.
25 gems at the end.
Are you ready to go?
48.72.
Good gem.
You were 40 gems ahead of me, and now you're 8 gems behind me. This run is not disappointing. This run refuses to disappoint me.
Yeah, good thing I did.
There's no question this is PB pace.
Oh yeah.
After all that, I'm under gemmed.
Bro. It's so funny. It's so funny that you would say that because you're not even that under gem. You're at 80. What was it? You're at 48.80. According to my gem count, you still have like 4 gem leeway. No, wait. Yeah. 4 gem leeway. You can still miss 4 whole gems. But, something tells me that your gem count is a little bit different to mine. Something about this run has told me that. But yes, you are maybe a little less comfortable than what you would like to be and what you could have been. Because you did ignore a lot of the gems, but that's okay. That's okay.
Well,
We
compared
can
to
pull
me,
this back.
actually, you have a
Something
pretty
tells me
damn
this one
good
can still
count.
PB.
So I'm like 19 behind you. Okay.
I mean, if I had your gem count coming in here, I'd still be very comfortable.
That's reassuring.
No notes on the movement. That was pretty good. No. 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 You know why I'm saying no? I know that you can charge this, right? I know that you know that. And that is not an issue. In a normal scenario, that would not be an issue. But this specific one right here, just charge it. My goodness. Do not have a flameless. You wanna know why? Because look at the angle you're gonna take it. Do you notice how the way that Spyro is facing right now is the same angle that you would have Spyro facing if you notice that, right? So what does that mean? That means whether you're flaming or you're charging, you are going to face the same way. So just do the one that is faster, and charging is faster, okay? And it is just as easy to flame as it is to charge. So just charge, okay? Just charge the first 2 chests in Dark Passage. If if you were so nervous that you cannot imagine possibly charging this, you could still charge this because you are going to face the same way regardless. And it is just going to be faster. You feel me? So I'm gonna make a note in that charge starting tests of Dark Passage. I wonder what you're gonna think about my notes when you receive them. But I'm gonna send you these notes before I send you the video, and I really wonder what your impression is gonna be. Here, you see, this is interesting to me because you, in a typical scenario, you should have enough time to grab these gems back here in Dark Passage and still make the cycle the same as always. But I'm going to take an assumption here that your movement in Dark Passage is not confident enough. Maybe there's too many hesitations. Maybe there's too many turns that aren't quite what they should be. Or maybe just the flaming at the start here is just losing you just enough time that you can't make these gems. But you should be able to. You should be able to do exactly what I'm doing here. And still make these guys, and still flame this before he goes big, and all that. So let's just keep an eye on what this Dark Passage looks like. Now, I'm not gonna lie, okay, I'm not gonna lie, that could have been worse. Oh, I didn't up to grab these ones? Surf, you're killing me. Surf, you're killing me. Surf, you're killing me with Dark Passage. Dark Passage is one of my pet peeve levels. This is not the level. This is not the level for me to be seeing this. Okay, so this is where the nerves are. I'm not going to harp on this part because I know what's going on right now. You came in stream and saying this is certainly PB pace, so I know PB is on your mind. Dark Passage, easy level. Get nervous on and maybe you're moving it's a bit shaky. But that's why it's important to keep these things in mind always when you're practicing. Okay? The turn here could obviously be more left. Obviously. And you should obviously hit these chests and then flame the guy. But you opt to recover that 5 gem, which I personally would not opt to do in most scenarios. You felt you were under gemmed. Patient. I can understand it. I still think it probably would have been better to flame the guy before turning to recover it. I mean, like you miss it here, and then flame this guy and then turn. But you decide to wait. Fine. You hit these two. And you opt to grab these two. I mean, it's not the worst. I would say that. It's not the worst. It is just that I think these gems here is so much simpler. Right in front of you. You turn and you grab them. Whereas these ones here, I just hate how wide of a turn this is. I just don't like it. But I guess it's not the worst. You know, it's just that then you have to it's just a bit awkward all around, I think. It's just, the time loss, the time save is probably even, to be honest. But the turns are so much more awkward, and when you're nervous, when you're on pace, rather than taking the awkward turn along the side here where you can't turning to after you hit this guy, you can instead just take a straight line and turn a lot nicer into these chests. It's a lot harder to mess up this movement than it is to mess up this movement where you're taking a wide turn and you can't really see as nicely the room that you're turning into. In my opinion. In my opinion. Okay, well, there's a few things. One is that you are a bit late on the cycle. And the second thing is, yeah, that dog that you flamed is not necessary to flame. You really don't need that. You really don't need the two. Are you gonna hit this? I don't think so, right? Yeah. And you know what the differences were? Flaming the chest at the start and flaming the dog.
Unfortunate.
Those are the differences. You backed into the chest just to make sure it hit. I don't hate it. You had to secure it. But obviously it's not necessary. But you have to secure it. Yeah, literally the dog and the flaming of the chest, I mean, it all adds up, bro. It all adds up in these levels that are so cycle dependent, it all adds up. This ending section here is like fine as well. I mean, if I check, like, okay, like I bonked there as well, which is quite unfortunate in this last part that we checked out. Okay, what? That is ridiculous, by the way. Like, I would say this is a pretty slow dark passage for me, and I still get it pretty comfortably. Yeah, I mean, no, quite unfortunate for you, but yeah, just those two things would save you that cycle. Oh, the nerves are really kicking in now. Get me out of that level is what I would be saying.
Okay.
Not like ignoring those guys. Let me go back there and just make sure I see everything correct. This is all good. This is nice. I like this movement. Oh, you're so cold for doing that. I love that jump so much. I love that jump so much. I'm so glad you go for it. I'm so glad that you went for it even though you're nervous on this pace. Wait, I folded? Wait, that dog has it folded? I just clocked that. Turf. Turf, what the hell, man? Maybe you need to be a Sunny Flight gamer. Okay, obviously do not become a Sunny Flight gamer. You are so close to getting that Dark Passage cycle, and you will save so much time when you hit it. Like, trust me, that Dark Passage is right in your grasp, as long as you don't flame those starting chests, and as long as you don't grab the extra dog. It's right there, do you trust me? I can even understand grabbing the two greens instead of the two reds plus green at the start, like, that part's not holding you back, you know? But trust me, just lock in on that little sections of Dark Passage and you'll be right there, bro.
By that, I
But
mean,
Sunny Flight Gaming is always, you know, it's always an option. If you are
That
not
could have been
confident.
significantly worse than couldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I like that, I like this. Okay, I mean, that was pretty good all around. Will you do, your gem count looks great right now, by the way. Will you do the retry? Oh, breaking my heart once again. No, I really don't hate it. 53.41 going in is like a really good jump count, and you're 53.40. Right, so.
I think I'm only gonna need 325. Nice.
Wait, I'm lying, bro. Wait. 53.40 is perfect gem count, but perfect gem count is 30 or 36 gems over. I was actually lying, bro. I was actually lying. You are really comfortable in gems right now. Like, many gems over. You you can be 53-04 going in, and you'll be good, you know. I wonder what I have. I'm at 53-36. Does that work out? Is that right? Oh wait, bro, I'm tripping. No, okay, never mind. 53-40 is good. I'm tripping. Because I was thinking of the old way when you would leave the fireworks chest for afterwards. Oh no, this is good. 53-40 is where you want to be at because yeah, no. I was tripping. Okay. Ignore me. I was thinking of the old gem route where you'd leave fireworks just for after. Icy Flight is obviously going to be no notes unless you want to learn the faster way to do Icy Flight, which is made easier when you retry the fight and then reload it. Which honestly, judging by the way the cycle is looking in the final room, you could honestly learn it. You see how when you drop down here, this train is a lot further back. This is kind of suggesting that you're getting to this room on a faster cycle than what's comfortable. But the way that this train is looking suggests that you're getting here on too slow of a cycle to the faster way. So how do you make it work? If you had retried the flight and then these trains would all be further back, and you would be hitting the like one, you'd be getting a 55 or a 54 icy flight, which is pretty crazy. So maybe that's something to consider.
Man, that was almost
Super
really
unfortunate.
good. No, I'm giving up
That is super unfortunate.
so unnecessary to throw that.
I'm gonna say maybe learn fastest icy flight.
Might be the West split of the run.
I didn't check what that time said, but
Throw that.
it's just unfortunate. 104. Oh, that is unlucky.
Might be the West split of the run.
I just fucked up too, so.
That's just me complaining for you off, sorry.
No, you're good.
So going into Jacques, a
It really wasn't that bad of a fuck up. I mean,
56-52
it was bad, but it wasn't terrible.
is the lowest you would be comfortable going in with. And you have 56-55, so you are very comfortable here. Very, very comfortable. It's crazy to me that your gem count went from so far behind, then so far ahead, then back behind again, just being perfect by the end. It's just crazy to me how this has all worked out. And that may make you think, well then my gem count's fine. Like my gem count works out in the end, totally fine. But you need to think of it this way. You lost so many gems by having an unoptimal wizard peak, and then you made up so many gems from having an unoptimal treetops, and then you lost all those gems again from having an unoptimal metalhead. If those things were all just optimal, you would have the same gem count, but overall you would be saving time. So that's how you need to think about it, okay? That's the way to think about it. Gem count works out, but everything to make that gem count happen could have been more optimal.
25, dude.
Missing that 5 gem, I'm glad you didn't go back for it. No, Surf, I was about to compliment you. Surf, oh man. Heart like this. To compliment you. you ignored the 5 gem that you missed, which by the way is super unfortunate. But you ignore it because you need to make this jump,
I just need 320.
which you do. And I'm thinking, this is the moment, you know, you have the situational awareness. Okay, like, you came in 3 gems over, you miss a 5 gem. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. But thankfully, you can make up these gems because when you go down the steps towards the dragon, where Ravilo, I think is the dragon's name, and when you go down those steps, and there's all those red gems, if you just take a little bit more time to just make sure you grab 2 more red gems, you can make up the gem count and you'll be perfect. You'll be perfect. You don't need that 5 gems. But then you break my heart by grabbing these 2 greens that you don't need to grab.
5, dude.
And I don't know if these are ones that you usually go for, if they were recovery ones, but you don't need them.
Very easily get away with 324, but that's
I like that you flamed the guy before getting the chest though. That's good. Blaming the chest when you could have just
But I haven't
charged
stuffed
them
this
is would be fine. But obviously you could have just charged it. I'm gonna make a note. Your shot. No. The gem count needed going in, which is 5652.
Using time. Oh, perfect 6,000.
until you get that 1 gem on the way out.
No. Oh, fuck.
Are you ready to go?
Alright, fair enough. We take those.
So you do end up with a perfect gem count, but again, those extra, those 4 extra gems that you got, you would have just needed to, land on 3 extra reds going down those stairs, and it would be quicker to do that than it would be to deviate to grab those 4 extra gems. That is my point, and my heartbreak there. But it all works out in the end. The real advice is just, if you just know the gem count that you need going in, which is, you want 5,652 gems. You want to see, going into chalk, you want to see 52 at the end of your gem count. If you see 52 at the end of your gem count, that means you're good, because you will get, if you don't deviate from the path, you will get 347 gems in chalk, plus the 1 red outside, and it makes a perfect 6,000 gem count. If you just know that you want to see a 52 at the end of your gem count going into chalk, you'll be good. So, that's that advice.
Here's your tip. Yeah.
I'm gonna take crazy guys and say that Cloven Harbor will have,
Kinda
Nervous.
you
I
know.
was thinking about it, but let's see.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see that, bro.
Oh, optional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. I think if you kept charging, you would have made that, but if you're really scared, you can just claim him instead of jumping. Oh, wait. Do you? Okay, never mind. Yeah, if you just claim him instead of jumping, you're fine. Bit shaky movement here as well. You know, some vortex runs will cure your shaky movement here, you know?
Gets to save my life, so.
Can't imagine why.
I don't mind jumping on that platform instead of jumping straight across. I don't mind it. Nice. In case for anyone who doesn't know, you hit the first barrel, you need to hit on the right side, so that the barrel guy at the end gets hit. If you hit on the left side, the guy at the end doesn't get hit. But yeah, just make sure you hit on the right side every time. Okay, I mean, there was some shaky movement to start, but overall, like, overall solid, I must say. Shaky, but overall, solid cove. If you want some advice on how to, oh, nice, flying skip, man. What the hell? If you want some advice on how to get better at cove in general,
Oh, I almost
just
fucked up
since it's
there.
just the vortex run, you can just run through on a 120 save and just
Wouldn't be me.
practice the movement you need to do, you know? I like that you go for this glide, I like it very much. You take the little extra second just to make sure. Yeah, little safety hesitations. I'm not gonna hate on any hesitations at this point in the run because,
No!
oh. I'm not gonna hate on any hesitations at this
You
point in the run
bitch.
because obviously PB, pace, nerves, whatever. Like, you kinda go fucked by the camera. Just probably good advice just to have L2 before you start supercharge just so that the camera doesn't
Oh shit.
ruin your run so much.
Damn.
I like the fastest harbor strat.
Oh, thank God
I
I
like
put the
it.
back up.
Yep.
I like the harbor strat. And then the final note will be on Naught.
What? No
Let's see.
quiz? What are you doing?
Will you go for fastest speed? Will you go for fastest thieves? Oh, I hope you do.
Whee! Nasty North.
Let's find out.
Shit, but
Nice. You can do this. Oh, that's so painful.
oh no.
Oh,
I'd say that and now I'm gonna miss the fucking key thing.
Yeah. Had a feeling. It's okay.
I think it's still
that is
26
so
though.
close.
If not, it'll be.
I mean, okay. I'm gonna assume that this note case has no real notes. I'm gonna give my thieves advice. Really, the second thief is the one that matters because the first one is straightforward. But basically, if you stick after this first thief, if you stick to this wall, what you need to do here is hold up and slightly to the right as you charge, and you will hug this wall a bit without slowing down. And it's just as soon as you're about to turn this wall, you flame and you start charging again. But really, the technique comes from sticking to the left as you approach this, like hugging the wall here as you approach this door, and then holding up and to the right and charge so that you get this kind of angle along the wall, and then flame as soon as you turn, obviously, and just have the flame charge around the corner. And that's the fastest beef's advice.
Low 27.
Let's see if there's any notes on the chase. I'm just gonna assume that there's not. That was a good boost jump, I like that.
Oh, I could totally fuck this up and miss my flame on north.
Now this end room has some movement you can do that can be a little bit faster, but we'll see if there's anything to add really.
The rarest of rare 2-lap NBS north.
Into PB, right? GG.
GG.
Alright, GG.
I mean, it was pretty standard, but what I would say is if you want to save some time in this ending room, here's where you do it. You glide halfway through this jump, landing on the right side. As you land, charge into a boosted jump, which then charge onto this platform, take this turn, and then make sure you go up those stairs normal. But that boosted jump really saves enough time. As you can see, I flame him before he even fully turns. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, That's
I always forget to
that.
split at the end of NBS. Show me the 26.
Wait, guys, what's the time?
Oh, you got it.
What's the time on this run?
Yeah.
What was it?
26:49.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
That's fourth, baby.
Good job, man. What a run. What a run. Couldn't have done it better myself. Yeah, I mean, overall, I would say it was a good run. Like, I hopped on it quite a bit because obviously I'm trying to push you, I'm trying to make you a third place runner, I'm trying to even further than that because okay, man, like if we're being honest, like you are an incredible runner, and I know you can get an incredible time. Sub 26 is in your reach for NBS. I truly believe it. There are so many simple things that can be improved that would save you so much time. Not even thinking about strats or whatever that you can implement. Just straight up decision making, gem routing, and confidence are all the main important things when it comes to saving time in NBS when you're trying to make yourself into a top 3, top 2, top 1 runner. It all comes down to that. The gem routing, the confidence, and the decision making. So I hope I was able to provide some type of insight into those areas of NBS. Because really, those are the parts that most come with experience, and those are the parts that most are like most people would need advice. Right? So quickly glancing over my notes, I think the main things to reiterate. Um, Patient in your movement is really holding you back. Ignoring so many red gems is really like tanking your gem route and making it so that it has this big swings of being super far behind and then super far ahead and then super far behind when it can just be this consistent smooth road of picking up the same gems over and over again and just having it be smoothed out into having more optimal levels and more optimal routes in Wizard Peak and Treetops, for example, and Metalhead as well. Um, Overall, the flights were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. You can always save a little bit extra time each flight, but overall, like the times of what, like a 103 night flight, 52 crystal flight, 46 wild flight, and then you would have had like a standard ice flight time, but you got quite unlucky at the end. That icy flight as well. You can maybe look into learning the faster ending room strat with a retry. A quick retry method. I don't think I showed it when I was talking about it, but I can quickly go over. Um, You'll see how this cycle lines up. You might need to do a little bit of, pushing your movement at the start of the level to make this line up consistently, but I think you have it in you. Where you flame this one first, and then you charge down and flame that one as you turn. Very bad, but it is fine. Speedrunner is always complaining, bro. I could have even saved a second on that flight, but you can see it just is very nice. It's very nice time save, and I think you can. So, yeah, I mean, that's about it. 2.5 hours. It was pretty in-depth analysis, I guess, but in terms of strats to implement, the faster treetops is right there for you to do. You hit the harder part of it. Obviously, you need to get the early thief to make it work, but there's the backup that you can learn as well. Um, Horse jump is something that you can always learn. I might need to make a video on it eventually, but It's definitely something that is learnable. And I know that you can do the fastest sweep in Nork just judging from your gold, unless that gold was influenced by line skip that I didn't know if you trying.
That's what.
But you can definitely make that consistent, something that you can get in every single run. And then fast ice fly improvements to wildfire, I suppose. But yeah, overall it's just a better gem I guess. I guess is the big advice. Watch my run, watch Shinga's run, whatever. Whichever one. I think my one has the better gem route. But yeah. I think that's overall the advice. Overall solid run. Can definitely be pushed a lot further. Yeah, this was I guess my first NBS VOD review. We'll see if I do a bunch more. I would be interested in watching leads. I'd be interested in watching maybe like Faded, you know? Watch my own, obviously. But yeah, that's all for now. I'll send you the notes, and I hope it's been helpful. So yeah, see you.